Make sure you subscribe to Dedication TV, man. Coming to you by Monroe Flow. Straight up.
Yeah, what up? Shout out to everybody, man, that subscribed to the channel, man. It's your boy, AC, though, man. Check it out, man. I got a couple videos that I recently just dropped on the channel. I dropped Tay Rock versus Cuban. I did a recap on that. Dope-ass battle. Make sure you guys go check that out. In the description of that video, I have the direct link to the full battle. So, check that out, man. I had Tay Rock kind of pretty much breezing by getting that battle, but it was a dope back and forth. I also dropped a blog about Easy to Block Captain, the backlash, Remy Ma advising him not to take the disaster battle. I kind of break that down pretty much from the perspective and from what Easy said out his own mouth as well. So check those out, man. But I kind of wanted to spin the block on something. So it's no secret that URL has Summer Madness that's actually going down this Sunday. They're supposed to be dropping some battles on YouTube. I don't know when. It's supposed to start today, but I haven't seen anything. But I want to talk about, if y'all remember, the Trenches card, right? The first Trenches card and the whole debacle with that whole card, right? With Easy to Block Captain. Like, what happened with the people that was on that card, man? Like, where are they? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are they? Where the hell is Swamp? Where the hell is Prep? True Foe? Danny Myers? Holmesy the God? Shit, even Bill Collector, because Bill Collector originally was supposed to be on the card as well. So I even throw Bill Collector in there. So let's kind of start from the top, okay? Let's look at Swamp, right? I would say Swamp is pretty much the highest on the totem pole, up there with Danny Myers. But I would even put him a little bit over Danny Myers just on the simple fact that he battles primarily on the URL. He really got a bad hand, man. He really got a bad hand. He was supposed to get Verb for Summer Madness. They've been selling the battle, prepping the battle in the spaces, going back and forth. And for some reason, they couldn't come to terms to lock the battle in. Verb goes on, he gets on Max Out, Swamp is left with no battle. He tried to, persuade URL to book him versus Hustle. They weren't interested in the battle. Fortunately, I don't know if they tried to bring something else to the table. Maybe it just didn't make sense for him, and he just did not end up on Summer Madness, which is unfortunate. You look at somebody like a True Foe. True Foe's another individual that kind of took a lot of backlash backing out of the Easy card. Now, I look at a True Foe, right? No, he was not on Summer Madness. I don't think True Foe probably would have landed on Summer Madness just due to the lot of losses that he took prior to the Trenches card. I know he lost to Fonz. He lost to Av. He's not Fonz, but he had a couple battles, man, where his win ratio was just very low. But most recent, URL did give him a plate in a small room against Ace Hameen, and he had a terrible performance. Choked, stumbling through his material really, really bad. Really bad. To the point he got 30'd by Ace Hameen. And we have not seen True Foe since. So I don't know if that was a situation where URL promised him a battle, he gave him a look, kind of was trying to test the waters to see how well he would do if he would maximize the opportunity. And he dropped the ball, so he's pretty much on the shelf lines. We just have not seen True Foe. What else? Holmesy the God. If I'm not mistaken, Holmesy the God battled Thesaurus, right? Holmesy the God battled Thesaurus. Had a good battle. Good battle. It didn't get pretty much a lot of attention, because it was an app exclusive. A lot of these battles were app exclusive battles. But, he had that battle and then that's it. We haven't heard shit from Holmesy. I know Holmesy had maybe like 1 or 2 battles on small leagues, but I'm talking about for URL. Like URL gave him, and that was, I'm not gonna lie, that's a big plate though, for you to get somebody of that magnitude. That was a big plate, regardless of, it may not have been, brought to the masses as a big matchup, but nonetheless, he still got a very, very great opponent. Somebody that's been putting in a lot of work for a long time, especially on King of the Dot. you know, grind time and things of that nature. But we have not seen nothing from Holmesy the God. You go to Prep. Now, Prep is another guy kind of like True Foe. You know, he kind of had a lot of momentum prior to the Trenches card. Like, he was winning his battles. He was doing a really great job, as selling himself, promoting himself on social media, doing a lot of interviews, keeping himself relevant while battling and giving us great performances. So his trajectory was going up, you know, and he backed out of the Trenches card, you know, due to Holmesy not battling the card. And he got Snake Eyes, which was a grudge match. In my opinion, was only a 1 round, but should have been a 3-round battle. You know, there's a little history there with Snake Eyes' ex, Miss Pat. You know, she gave him some type of angle about Snake Eyes putting his hands on her or something like that. And he got in that joint and got dog walked bad. I don't know if it was the 3 rounds. I think it might have been 3 rounds. I can't remember if it was 1 round or 3 rounds. But either way, it was a bad look, bro. The angle that he used, it did not work. And Snake Eyes pretty much just mopped the floor with him. And we've never seen him since. Have not seen him since. I don't even see him on social media. Like, these niggas was literally, they had presence so heavy on social media. They on Caps, Harlem Legend, they in the Spaces, you know, they on Black Compass Media, they on PSA Radio. Like, their presence literally went from here to this. That's it. We have not seen these niggas. Now let's go to Danny Myers. Danny Myers really took a real bad, yo. He got it really the worst. I'm not gonna hold you. Danny Myers really got it the worst. Backing out of that Trenches card. And the way, and the fashion he did it was just so nasty for him to be on the caliber of a legend in battle rap. Yes, in my opinion, Danny Myers is a legend. He is a legend. Now, he's not like GOAT legend status, but he's definitely a legend as far as on the West Coast, as far as all the work that he's put in the classic performances that he's given us and the dope battles that he's given us. So for him to back off that card in the magnitude that he did, to pretty much not sabotage his relationship with URL, because, you know, he wants to continue to battle on URL. He worked hard to get to URL. But Danny still's kind of been, you know, shortchanged. You know, he had the Tay-Rock battle, which was a phenomenal performance. I had him beating Tay-Rock. You know, he's had a couple of battles in between, but the battles that he really wants is the Mooks, the Lux. You know, he wants those New York guys. And, you know, for some reason, he just cannot get those battles. I really thought we was going to see Danny Myers on Summer Madness, and Danny Myers is not Summer Madness. I'm trying to really think closely. Danny Myers did have a battle on URL. I just can't remember exactly the battle that he had, but he was on one of those cards. Matter of fact, he battled LaFleur Soul. Yep, he battled LaFleur Soul. I don't know if it was on that same card that Prep and True Foe was on. I think it might have been a different card, but he 30 LaFleur Soul. He 30'd him. Matter of fact, it was on the same card that Jerry West battled Foots. I can't remember the name of that fucking card. It must have been an app only. It must have been an app only. But he did that battle, and we have not seen him since. Now, I will say this, out of the whole entire conglomerate, Danny Myers is the only person that's still keeping himself relevant as far as on social media, staying in the Spaces. He has a YouTube channel. You know, he does recaps. He does interviews. You know, he's on Angry Fan. He's on Harlem Legend. You know, he's on these interviews for the right reasons. Before, he was doing it for the wrong reasons. So he's kind of keeping his nose clear, but he's also keeping himself relevant. He dropped a fire diss record, going at Loaded Lux, calling Lux out. You know, from what I'm hearing, Lux has a big announcement to make in Houston. So I don't know. It could be either the Danny Myers battle, could be on the table. It could be the Daylight battle. Me personally, I don't care for the Daylight battle. I feel like Danny Myers deserves it way before fucking Daylight, in my opinion. You know, but it's just really unfortunate to see how that shit played out. You know, now had those guys not backed off the card, still performed on the Trenches and had a phenomenal performance like Swamp against Rosenberg Raw, who's to say URL's not gonna book him again? Hell, it might even pushed for them to give Verb whatever he wanted and Swamp get what he wanted. if he would have battled still on the trenches, put on a phenomenal performance, got a YouTube drop, he would have been good. And he's not under contract. Swamp is not under contract. From what I understand, Prep is not under contract. Holmesy the guy is not under contract. Danny Myers is not under, these guys are not under contract. So I don't know, man. I really hope that they learn from this situation, because if you look at from the time that Trenches card happened to right now, they're not even the voice or the vocal point for URL at all. You know, URL did give them a plate. Now, was it the plate on the magnitude of the Trenches? Some can say, yeah, it kind of is. Because that Trenches card, yes, you had Easy to Block Captain on the card battling Reed Dollars. Yes, it was a fire. It was a fire card. You know what I'm saying? It was a fire card for the small amount of matchups he had. It still was electrifying, and the battles came out super, super dope. But had he was able to fill those other battles on there, shit, had that Rosenberg and Swamp on there, man, that would have been phenomenal. That would have been phenomenal, man. But I'm just in shock, man. Like, where the hell? I mean, I seen Swamp do an interview with I can't remember the platform. My apologies. But you know, his body gesture, you know, his just posture, you know, just he looked real sad. And, you know, I didn't hear the confidence in his tone. His chest wasn't poked out. Like, he looked defeated, man. My man looked real defeated. It's like, bro, keep your head up, man. Just keep pushing. The verb battle don't happen. You're not in a contract. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, do your thing, bro. I see you got a battle coming up in the UK, I believe. That's great. Keep working, man. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get a plate, the right plate on URL, you got Remy Ma, you got RBE, you have these other platforms. Now, unless you want some loyalty shit where you just keep it handcuffed and you don't want to go to any other league, you want to stay on URL, then cool. But just know the train keeps moving, bro. It keeps moving. It don't wait for nobody, you know. But it's just very unfortunate to see how bad that shit played out for these guys, man. And like, we don't hear nothing from them except Danny Myers. He's the only one. He's literally the only one. Shit, even Bill, I said Bill Collector. Even Bill, what the hell is Bill Collector doing? Bill Collector being in spaces, arguing with niggas and jumping into bullshit. Bill's talented, bro, but where's the raps? Where's the battles? I know he was in a little disgruntled thing with URL saying he went out of his contract. I don't know. There was a lot of shit being said with Bill, with the Trenches card, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But even somebody like Bill, I honestly cannot remember the last opponent Bill battled. You know, I just remember him winning the tournament, and that was it. You know, actually, he did battle Rum Nitty after the tournament, and I had Rum Nitty winning that battle. But other than that, it's like, dog, what's up? I'm curious to see what URL has coming next after Summer Madness. You know, you still got the volumes. They're talking about doing a card in New York. I don't know if that's going to happen still this year or maybe the top of next year. I don't know. But knowing URL, they got to have at least 2 more events before the end of the year. So I would be very, very disappointed and shocked if neither one of these guys are on either one of these cards. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they take care of Swamp and they take care of Danny Myers and the rest of the fellas, man. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man, about Swamp, Holmesy, Prep, Danny Myers, Bill Collector, you know, all those guys that pretty much dropped out of the Trenches card. How do you feel about how things played out? You know, let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all the love from everybody, man. It's your boy Cito. I'm signing out, y'all. Peace.